All right, good morning, welcome to the work session for January 6th, 2021. Let's start with Judicial Center maintenance.
Good morning, gentlemen. This is Tim. How are you?
Morning, Tim.
Morning, Tim.
Hey, as of our meeting yesterday afternoon, I am still in search of a floor scrubber. And I did talk to Shannon DeSantis last night when I got home. I called her. And the one that they had, I believe that was for $3,000 is, it's only a 14.5-inch scrubber. So I just wanted to make you gentlemen aware of that. So, but I'm still searching. I may try to get down there and look and see what they have on the way home tonight, but I wanted to keep my options open here with you guys. And basically, I guess that's all I have this morning.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Tim.
You're welcome.
Crawford County Sheriff.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Dave.
Yeah, I am requesting that we ratify the Horizon bill for the repair of the S2 system. The total was $5,954.
Okay, Dave, thank you.
Thanks, Dave.
Thanks, Dave.
Thank you.
Procurement, Mark on?
So, procurement is requesting ratification of an annual service agreement with Linstar for the maintenance of the courthouse access control and photo ID badging systems for January 1st to December 31st, 2021.
Okay.
In the amount of $3,809.37.
Okay. Planning?
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Zach.
Where's that?
I'm going to be requesting approval for renewal of our Monday.com license for $1,908. This is a budgeted item for my office.
Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Public Safety, Greg.
Good morning, everyone.
Morning, Greg.
We're requesting approval to purchase 3 Dell laptops from Dell for the backup center CAD terminals. That cost will be $5,835.61. We paid out of our wireless legacy funds. And secondly, we'll be looking for approval for the purchase of PPE, gowns, sanitizer, and gloves in particular from DeSantis in the amount of $49,980, and that'll come out of the CARES Act.
Okay, thank you, Greg.
Yes, sir.
Crawford County Correction Facility.
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Morning,
Jack.
Jack.
Requesting approval for payment of $20,605.50 to Central Square for annual maintenance fee for the jail management system for 2021. This will be funded through the commissary account at no cost to the county.
Okay,
Second item, we're requesting ratification of the annual service and maintenance contract between Savin and Crawford County Correctional Facility. There is no cost associated with this contract.
okay, any questions for Jack?
No, no question.
Thank you, Jack.
Thanks, Jack.
All right, thank you.
Treasurer?
Good morning.
Morning,
Morning,
Christine.
Christine.
This morning, I'm requesting approval for the contract with Government Software Services for the 2021 to 2023 time period. This is for computer services covering tax claim assessment module, tax collectors, and Titusville property and per capita taxes. This is no increase from the previous contract, and I sent them to Keith for review.
Okay,
So,
thank you.
secondly, I'm requesting approval for the contract with Government Software Services for contract for the tax billing, that's the printing that Government Software Services does for us for this 2021 tax year, and there's no increase from the previous contract on that one either.
Christine, do you have
Yes.
the amounts of the contracts?
Yes, in the contracts, it'll break down each one of those modules. Do you want me to go
okay.
over those with you? Because I can.
I just
But
was
it's in
looking for a total.
Yeah, I can give you that real
If-
quick.
if- And it can be for next week, when we formally approve.
Okay, sure. For the first contract, it's $3,750 per month, and that covers all 6 of those items that I listed,
Okay,
5 items that I listed. And then the other one is a per bill fee that they charge, and I might be able to put my finger on that real quick here too. It's 0.065 cents for each one of the bills that are printed, and then they bind a list, and each one of those bound lists are $9.50. That's each one of the books that we get, so.
great, thank you.
Okay. And then lastly, I'm asking request for approval of the resolution of the County of Crawford establishing elected real estate and per capita tax collector compensation for the 2022 to 2025 tax year. This was discussed before. There will be an increase in that of 15 cents per collected bill. Keith is the one that drew that up, and he'll be bringing the original with him when it's time to sign it, so,
Thank you.
okay?
Before we go on to Human Services, Mark, she actually presented, but do you have anything you want to say about the?
No, sorry.
Okay, then we're
okay.
good. We thank you, Mark. Yep. Human Services, Gail?
Good morning, Commissioners. I have 3 items today. The first is a purchase requisition to Farm Chemical for the purchase of a sweat patch box, overlay boxes, and CFC forms. Cost of the county is $138.41. Second item is a 2021 Systems of Care contract with Daniel Dabovsky for the delivery of fetal alcohol syndrome disorder, awareness training, screening and assessment training, strengths and strategies training, and coaching calls and meeting participation. Total cost is $8,100, all paid with Systems of Care grant funds, no cost to the county. And the last item is a 2021 early intervention contract with Community Rising Therapy for the delivery of various therapies and evaluations, and these are state set rates.
Okay, thank you, Gail.
Thank you.
Gail.
County Maintenance?
Good morning.
Morning, Mark.
Ask and request to make a payment, invoice for Dengler's Farm Garage. Put a new clutch and some miscellaneous items on a tractor. Asking to have it ratified for $1,400.
Okay,
Also asking to ratify paying an invoice to Scobell Company. This is to replace a circulating pump on the heating system at the Old Quality Living Center, $686.
okay,
Asking to approve a time extension for the NBIS Bridge Inspection Agreement with Eads Group. It was currently set to expire April 20th of 2021, and we're going to extend it to December 31st, 2021.
okay,
Asking approval to pay an invoice for Tower Engineering for professional services for the period between 12/1 and 12/19 of 2020. This is for $620, and this will be the last payment for them supplying us with design build performance specs.
okay,
Asking approval for a time extension for the replacement of Whiteman Road Bridge, Part 1 preliminary engineering with the Eads Group. I'd like to extend it to 12/31 of 21, and that'll be, after our approval, be dependent on the approval from PennDOT also.
okay. Any questions for Mark?
I have none.
Thank you, Mark.
Thanks, Mark.
Thank you.
Crawford County Care Center?
Good morning.
Morning,
Morning.
Tanya.
We would like to request ratification on the purchase of COVID supplies, gowns from the Shamrock Company in the amount of $33,000 to be paid with COVID funds,
Okay,
as well as gloves from the Shamrock Company in the amount of $11,945 to be paid with COVID funds.
okay,
Request the ratification of the purchase of a dishwasher motor with drive from Hobart in the amount of $1,349.10 to be paid from Dietary Minor Equipment.
okay,
Request approval of the purchase of the bladder scanner from Cardiac Direct in the amount of $5,195 to be paid from funded depreciation.
okay,
And request ratification of the updated contract with Tri-County Waste and Recycling, removal services for a 5-year term.
okay.
Just a question on that, Tanya.
Sure.
Do you talk with Mark Peaster about the Tri-County contract?
We did not, should we?
Well, Mark tends to coordinate all of those refuse contracts countywide, and for some
Okay.
reason, I thought the care center was included in that, so I would ask if you would just check with him, and see if in fact the care center is included in that, and then he can maybe help direct, and Mark's just tremendous at getting us the best rates and the best options for all of those refuse and recycling contracts.
Yep, absolutely, we'll do that.
Thank you.
Okay,
And I guess this would be included, we'll review this with him as well, but requesting, for the temporary roll-off of contract with Tri-County Waste and Recycle removal services on an as-needed basis. And this is just due to the excessive, waste that we have right now with the COVID PPE supplies. So it is just an as-needed.
okay, thank you. Any questions for Tony?
Yep, yep, that's great, thank you.
All right, thank you.
Mhm.
Finance?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning, Stephanie.
For your approval, I have one requisition for Community Health Services for their November 2020 trip reimbursement totaling $56,107. It comes out of the Human Services Block Grant.
Okay.
Also, for your ratification, I have 4 invoices totaling $798,103.44. The first is to Crawford County Solid Waste Authority. It's their 2020 budgeted allocation in the amount of $85,000, and it comes out of contributions, grants, and subsidies. The second is the P-CHIP January 2021 health insurance bill, invoice number 46987-0, in the amount of $709,658.84. It comes out of insurance premiums. And the last 2 are both to Extra Packaging LLC. They're for body bags. And the amounts are $2,550 and $894 respectively. And they come from the coroner's budget.
Just a question, so on the Solid Waste Authority, they had not requested their 2020 allocation?
They had not.
Okay, all
So
right,
they did put it in before the end of the year, and it will stay in
great,
2020.
okay, thank you.
Okay, commissioners?
Okay. First item I have is an Act 1467 and 68 notification from Dyson Helmy Engineering for a proposed small flow treatment facility on Williamson Road in the city of Meadville. The second item I have is approval of the request of recommendations for CARES Act funding payments to be distributed as follows. Crawford County Fair, $150,000. Cochranton Fair, $5,000. Jamestown Fair, $3,000. Crawford County Fair Dairy Committee, $30,000. Jason Olds Maple Products, $20,000. Fat Hawk Farm, $5,000. Plot Twist Farm, $20,000. G&J Hamilton Farm, $10,000. Wheeler Dairy, $30,000. And Alexander Farm, $10,000.
Okay.
And the last item is ratification of a request for recommendation for CARES Act funding to Conneaut Lake Park in the amount of $150,000.
All good to you, Francis?
Yeah, all looks great. I'm just thrilled that we're finally able to do something for our ag businesses and fairs.
Yeah, that was Francis's oversight, and thank you for doing all that
Yeah.
work and legwork and talking to the farmers, and it was nice to get that note back from the one farmer, how much it's gonna mean to them to
Yep.
help, so it was nice.
And every farm that applied, we were able to help.
That's good.
Great, good.
Thank you. Okay, any public comment? Okay, Commissioner comments, Commissioner Soft?
No, nothing today, thank you.
So belated happy birthday to yourself?
Thank you, appreciate it. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. Commissioner Wiederspin?
I don't have anything today, sir.
All right, the only thing I have is, remember, there's still testing at the Crawford County Fairgrounds, 9 to 6, gate 6 and out gate 1. Been a couple hundred people plus the first couple of days, so still there and available if you need it. The next meetings we have, January 13th, we obviously are closed for Martin Luther King Day. January 20th will be a work session, 27th will be a full meeting. We do have the courthouse still on appointment only, and our goal is, at this stage anyways, is come back to full operation on January 19th. And we'll revisit that every couple of days to check the numbers, but that's what our plan is right now. So, with that being said, we should be good. Thank you, Scott.